Hey everybody, welcome to the first Google Classroom lesson. Sorry, I'm going to be battling a little bit of allergies through this. As a bonus lesson, I want to let you know I'm actually using a Chrome extension, Screencastify, that's doing a screen capture on my entire tab. So just want you to know that's there. Um, if you haven't seen, every month we're going to have a video. There'll be a little kind of quick quiz just to follow up, just to make sure you watch the video, and allow you to ask some questions if you need to. And then there's going to be a challenge. And so it's pretty simple, but you're still going to get some very valuable information. The first one we wanted to kick off with was Donors Choose. The big idea with this is that I know there's a lot of need. You have a lot of need in your classrooms, but there's not always a lot of funds to go around for it. And I get that. I see the requests come through. I get the emails and the calls, so I understand that. But there are a lot of organizations out there now that will take care of meeting those needs for you. And what's really great is when you think about it, and we'll talk about this and we'll look at some, you start to realize that my needs aren't that big, and especially when I can break it down into chunks and allow people to take care of a piece here and a piece there, I can actually get the things for my classroom that I used to not think were possible. And so we're going to kind of look at that. The reason we're using Donors Choose, because again, there are other sites, is this one's the most popular, the most well known, which means more people are going to come to it to look for ways to donate to teachers. And so you want the one that's going to get more traffic. It's pretty simple. The website's donorschoose.org. You can go through and you can search for different, things, projects, things like that. And you can go through there. I'm going to hit some high points for you, just to kind of walk you through this. There's actually not like a register button. It's actually up here. If you're a public school teacher and you need funding, you're going to start your first project. I share that with you because it took me a little while to find it when I first got here. So that's where you go. And they actually call their things that you need funded, they call them projects. And so that's why they use that term, and you'll see that term projects a lot, and that's what they mean. Again, it is free for teachers. Now, you'll go through these steps to actually register for the site. You'll read and agree to the user agreement, and it's just like any typical website. You're just going to check that, yes, I read the fine print, even though you're probably not going to. You're going to find your school, which we are in there. So we'll pull up. You'll give them your teaching details, meaning what subject that you teach, content area, grade level, all those kinds of things. Contact information. They will ask for a home or a cell number. They say typically they do by email, but they will ask for that and review and make sure it's correct. Now, there is a brief tutorial afterwards. It's about a minute long, but I'm going to sort of give you the summary kind of for you. Basically, here's the thing. They use a point system to help you be successful. So you'll actually start off with 3 points, which means you can use that to request up to $2,000 in classroom materials or $1,200 for a trip or class visitor expenses. So if you need to bring somebody in or go somewhere. And so you start off with those points. And that's what kind of sets the limit for how much you can ask for, and keeps you from doing crazy things like saying, I need 30 max in my classroom. And then as you do some tasks and you do other things, you'll have the opportunity to earn more points for your other projects. Now, once you actually go in and you're registered, you confirm your account, you'll get an email. Then you can go in there and you can actually start creating a project and picking out the materials you need. They actually have a vendor directory, and it's just like online shopping. So if you're requesting a class trip or a class visitor, they can walk you through all of those things. So, for example, you may still be seeing Donors Choose. I've actually never switched tabs on this before. So I'm going to sit here and I'm going to confirm and activate my account. Okay. And here we go. Oops. Okay, I'm coming back. I'm going to sign in. All right, there we go. Okay. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to create a project here. And again, you can see I have 3 points, which again, remember, I can do up to $2,000 for classroom materials or $1,200 for field trip or bringing in a speaker. And they've got all these tutorials, help menus, things like that. Um, and so you can see once you get started, I'm going to do materials through, vendor directory. You can see all these different options. I'm going to do a title like that, save and go shopping, because I at least wanted you to see this part. And so you can see here all these things that are listed out in places where you can go and find the different pieces of materials that you need, be it books, be it supplies for some kind of projects if you want your kids to make certain things. I can tell you from personally a couple that we use as far as vendors are Quill and CDW, and they have just about everything you can imagine. So if you're going, where's Walmart? It's okay. They're basically the Walmart for us. So, and you can see there's lots of different things. And so you go through and you shop and you start to add things to your cart, and you go from there. Now, if you're not sure exactly what to ask for or how to go about this, you can actually go, and one of the great things, and they suggest this as well, search for other projects and see some of the things that they're asking for and kind of see kind of the amount they're asking, how they're piecing it together, how they're breaking it down, and you'll realize that it's actually pretty good, easy to get funded. And then you can go through there and add your details, a photo, review it and submit it. Tell your story. If you want me to help you out with writing that story, I'd love to do something like that. And then so you can go through there and you submit it. Now, once you submit it, it's on you to go ahead and promote it. You're the one that needs to post it out through Facebook, Twitter, whatever, email people, sponsors, something like that. Now, there are people that obviously do come and search, but of course, the more that you can promote it out, the better, easier it is to get help as well. Once you do get funded, it's on you to actually confirm all the information to make sure that things ship. And if you don't do that confirmation, you're going to lose points, which means you can't ask for stuff later on. But I can't imagine any of you are going to forget to do any kind of the funding. Now, I'm going to go back because I want to show you real quick a project. So you can go again through local, all these kinds of things. I'm going to go to this never before funded section. Okay. And you can scroll and you can see all these things. I'm going to do technology for success because obviously I see technology. I'm intrigued. I want to know what's going on. And so you can see they need 6 tablets with cases to accommodate their needs in learning centers. And then she talks about her students and all these sorts of things. And you can go through and you can see how she formatted it, wrote it. Good heart-wrenching stuff. But then look, when you go down here to materials, you can see that, obviously we're not talking iPads here. We're talking a lot more affordable tablets. And if this was something you were interested in and you needed help knowing is this going to be any good or not, feel free to ask us. Love to help you out with that. Make sure you're requesting the right things. But then you can start to see as you go through here that it's not just saying, hey, I need $600 or whatever it is. It's going through and saying, one person could go in and give you a tablet. One person can go into a case. One person can do the time tracker. And so, it's a little bit here and there. And then once everything's fully funded, then your stuff will ship and they'll be able to donate. And so, and you can see for this one, 2 donors have given and they've taken care of almost everything. Why they didn't take care of the other $17, I don't know. But that's kind of what's going on here. And so there you go. You can realize and you can see, hey, this is what's happening. And it's broken down into pieces, which is another cool thing about this site. Instead of saying I need $1,000, it's and I need 50 from you, 50 from you. And so that's another reason why this site's good. It gives you a great opportunity. Now, you're going to know after this, there's a little quiz, and then there'll be an assignment. I encourage you to go check out. Let me ask you questions. I know this is kind of long for a web video, but I really try to at least want to give you some details and not just completely throw to the wolves. Feel free to email them, ask me any questions, call. There may be teachers in your hall that have done or area. So, let me know. And we look forward to kind of seeing what you come up with.